Welcome back to NETRUSH Report, where we bring you the raw emotion, the untold struggle, and the fire that fuels tennis' greatest warriors. If you live for the pain, the passion, and the power of this sport, hit subscribe, ring that bell, and stay locked in, because what we're witnessing in Shanghai might redefine how we remember Novak Djokovic. Novak Djokovic has made a career out of surviving the impossible, from 5-hour finals in Melbourne to comebacks that defy logic. But at 38 years old, the Serbian superstar is walking a fine line between dominance and danger. And his latest health update has everyone talking. This is the full story, the pain, the warning signs, and the truth behind Djokovic's physical struggle in Shanghai. Djokovic's 2025 Shanghai Masters run has been anything but smooth. For matches, for tests of willpower, for reminders that even the greatest are still human. In his fourth-round match, the world watched in disbelief as Djokovic collapsed to the court after one excruciating rally. He lost that set, visibly shaken, his face pale and drenched in sweat. Moments later, another scene no one wanted to see. Novak leaned over the bench and vomited. Commentators were stunned. Fans were quiet. And yet, somehow, he stood back up, forced his legs to move, and found a way to win. After the match, Djokovic tried to play it down. He said he was fine, that it was just fatigue, and that he'd be ready for the next round. But behind those words, everyone saw the truth. The greatest competitor of his generation is fighting not just his opponents, but his own body. As Djokovic advanced to the quarterfinals, every movement told a story. The right leg, heavily taped. The left shoulder, needing treatment mid-match. At one point, cameras caught him grimacing after stretching for a forehand, not in frustration, but in pain. The physio came out again. The crowd murmured. Even his coach, Goran Ivanišević, looked tense, his arms folded, eyes locked on his player's body language. After beating Zizouberg 6-3, 7-5, Novak finally opened up. My leg was good. There's always something happening with the body, pretty much every match that I play right now. There are some other issues I'm trying to address day by day. That one line, always something happening with the body, sent shockwaves across the tennis world. It's not the first time Djokovic has hinted at ongoing issues, but the tone this time was different, weary, almost reflective. Fans flooded social media with concern. He's pushing himself too hard. This looks like 2017 all over again. We don't want to see him go out like this. And yet, the irony? Even as he limps between games, he's still winning. At 38, Novak Djokovic is now the oldest player left in the top 10 and the oldest semifinalist in Shanghai by a decade. Every statistic screams that he should have slowed down. But this is Djokovic. He's built his career on rewriting the laws of sports science and human endurance. He once said, "I want to be the one who shows that age is just a number." But the Shanghai courts have exposed the other side of that dream. The pain that comes with chasing perfection deep into your late 30s. Even the most disciplined body can start to whisper warnings. And Djokovic knows it. He's seen what happened to Federer, the surgeries, the forced retirement. He's seen Nadal fighting to walk normally after years of foot pain. And now, those whispers might be coming for him too. Still, the warrior spirit remains. Every time he steps on court, you see it. The clenched fist, the roar after a big point, the eyes that burn with defiance. He's telling the world, not yet. I'm not done. When Djokovic faces world number 204 Valentin Vacherot in the semifinal, the numbers say it should be easy. But this match isn't about rankings, it's about survival. Vacherot, a qualifier from Monaco, has been the Cinderella story of Shanghai. Djokovic even praised him, saying, "I've known him for years, he's got a big serve, a big game, he's a big guy." Still, behind that respect lies pressure. For Djokovic, this isn't just another semifinal. It's a test of what's left in the tank. He knows he's 2 wins away from his first Masters 1000 title in almost 2 years. He knows the records waiting on the other side, 41 Masters titles, another chapter in history. But he also knows that every step might hurt. And that's what makes this so gripping. Djokovic isn't just fighting opponents anymore. He's fighting biology, fatigue, and time itself. Let's talk about what few dare to say out loud. Every legend hits a breaking point. Roger Federer's came quietly, with his knee refusing to heal. Rafael Nadal's came violently, in pain-filled press conferences and tears in Paris. For Novak Djokovic, it's unfolding right in front of us. He's still playing. He's still winning. But you can feel the strain, the little pauses, the deep breaths, the way he looks at his box as if asking, how much longer? It's hard for fans to accept because we've seen him outlast everyone, physically, mentally, spiritually. He's been the indestructible one. But now, every cough, every stretch, every grimace becomes headline news. Still, Djokovic refuses pity. He doesn't want sympathy. He wants to prove he can win despite it all. As he said earlier this week, I assure you, no one is easy at this level. It's always a tough battle. That humility, that fight, that's what defines him. Behind the scenes, whispers grow louder. Is it the Achilles again? A recurrence of his elbow pain? Something deeper? Maybe fatigue from years of relentless pressure and travel? No one knows for sure. Djokovic's team remains tight-lipped, focusing instead on recovery and preparation. But insiders say this season has been one of the hardest of his career, emotionally and physically. After the grind of the US Open and Davis Cup, the Shanghai humidity hit him like a wall. The long rallies, the late-night matches, the pressure to defend his legacy, it all adds up. And yet, even when he looks broken, Djokovic wins. That's the paradox. He's hurting, but he's still unbeatable. For Djokovic, pain isn't new. It's part of his DNA. Remember 2021, the abdominal tear in Melbourne? He still won the Australian Open. Remember 2022, the vaccination ban and emotional collapse that followed? He came back to win Wimbledon. Every chapter of his career has been built on defiance. So when he says there's something happening with the body every match, what he's really saying is, I'm still here, and I'll play through it. That's why fans call him the most relentless competitor in history. He's not just chasing trophies, he's chasing immortality. And maybe that's why he pushes so hard, even when his body screams stop. Because he knows every match could be the last time he feels that roar, that battle, that victory pulse through his veins. If Djokovic wins in Shanghai, it won't just be another trophy, it'll be a symbol. A message that even when time starts to close in, greatness doesn't bow. He's chasing his 41st Masters title, extending records that may never be broken. He's also proving something deeper, that longevity isn't just about fitness, it's about will. But there's a price. For every win, there's another day of pain, another recovery session, another night wondering if he can do it again. Still, he wouldn't have it any other way. That's Novak Djokovic, built to endure, wired to win. Tennis has entered a new era. Alcaraz, Sinner, Rune, they're the future. But as long as Djokovic is still out there, it's not their time yet. And that's why Shanghai matters so much. Because every match he wins sends a message. You can be young, you can be fast, but I'm still the one you have to beat. Even if it's his last stand in Asia, he's making it count. Novak Djokovic has made a career out of pain, turning it into purpose, transforming it into power. At 38, he's no longer chasing perfection. He's chasing peace, knowing every match could be his last dance. So as he steps into the Shanghai semifinal, every fan, even those who doubted him, will be watching. Because whatever happens next, this is not just about tennis. It's about heart. It's about legacy. It's about a man who refuses to fade quietly. This is NETRUSH Report, your home for the stories that move the sport, the struggles that define legends, and the fire that never dies. If you felt this one, hit subscribe, drop a like, and tell us in the comments. Do you think Novak Djokovic can still win Shanghai despite his health battles? Because one thing's for sure, every time he steps on court, he reminds the world, champions don't quit.